Good morning, everyone. So I kind of had an experience of forgiveness that I wanted to tell you guys about, and just kind of an interesting take on it. And always, obviously, take it for checking within yourself. But I think this is going to be a good kind of coupling with some of your visualization techniques. Okay. So I think when we talk about the 3D, the external environment, another way to put that so it doesn't feel so separate from you is what is mirroring back to you. So what do I mean by that? We are not separate from anything, to include what's going on in our external environment. What's going on in the external environment is simply a mirror of what is going on with you internally. Your thoughts and your emotions, feelings, all of that. And so when you push on the external environment, it's like you're pushing on the mirror, right? To make it change. And that's not what makes it change. In fact, that makes it really complicated because you get frustrated because things aren't moving like you want them to, and it continues to reflect back to you more and more kind of frazzled, complicated scenarios, energy, etc., right? So everything is oneness, to include what is going on in the mirror. And so all of the things in life are really serving you as capital S spirit, serving the one spirit. It's all serving. The 3D is always for you. How can that be possible when there are perceived negative things going on? When there are things in the external environment going on that don't align with the vibration you want for yourself, it's simply pointing you to an area where you have some sort of awareness or belief of separation. And in that way, it is serving you. It is pushing you inward to reconcile that, to be forgiven. And another way to think about forgiveness is release, right? So I had an experience yesterday with this that I kind of wanted to tell you about. So as I was just meditating, I was actually, for those of you who may be curious, I was doing a Kundalini meditation. Kundalini energy is pure source spirit energy, but it's also energy that is connected to the body mind. It's kind of this unique energy that's only specific to you. And I think those are fun. So I was doing one of those, and I had a big release of forgiveness, which is really cool. Kind of like a wholesale forgiveness of a lot of people, perceived outward people in my life who had hurt me, caused me pain, caused me frustration, whatever. And I had this deep awakening, I guess, to the fact that they are all fragments of me, pointing me back to myself, spirit. So these people came up one by one in my mind very quickly. And as they came up to my mind, there was, and I didn't try to do this was just showing to me, there was this mutual exchange of love and right understanding. And this acknowledgement that you were there serving me the whole time, pointing me back to myself. Thank you. I love you. And they would go. Next person, same exchange. Thank you. I love you. You were pointing me back to myself. Right understanding. You can go. One by one by one. So this idea of forgiveness in those moments of you were pointing me back to myself. Thank you. I love you. It's giving the giver, me, you, that perspective that it is turning back to itself. There was never a separation. So the lesson, what I want you to do is, if there's a situation where you're struggling to forgive, or you know you need to forgive, or there's pent-up emotion around a situation or a person in your life, first and foremost, ask Spirit to bring to the surface things that need to be released. And then ask Spirit, what is the lesson? And when I say lesson, I don't mean what is the thing you did wrong to cause that situation. That's resistance, and that's self-hatred, that's self-loathing, right? Furthers this idea of separation. What is the lesson meaning? Where's this showing me where I have an awareness of separation? How can I reconcile that back to my oneness? Show me the truth of what happened. How is it pointing me back to myself? And let that reconciliation really take place and take hold. And then the forgiveness of release and this gratitude toward the situation for pointing you back to yourself is natural. And it's effortless, and it just happens, right? When you're forgiving in the 3D, pushing on the mirror, that doesn't make sense and causes frustration. Because pushing the mirror doesn't make the mirror disappear, just moves it to a different spot. So, how are these things in your perceived 3D? Meaning, it's just you reflecting back to you. It's all you. It's showing you, it's serving to you and pointing you to the areas where you feel disconnected from that oneness. So take the lesson, meaning what is it that's pointing back to myself? And then you'll be able to release. So I hope you find that helpful. If you have any questions about that, feel free to leave a comment. It was really profound for me yesterday, and just this, Spirit wants me to also mention, when you do this, it opens up pockets of, or new wings, like a west wing on the building of your life. When you reconcile that there's nothing separate, new things open up to you, new opportunities, new possibilities, right? Forgive, you call that energy back to yourself, right? And now that energy, like we say, energy is neither created nor destroyed. That energy comes back to you and can be made into something different. Once you reconcile that scenario is just pointing you back within, learn the lesson, or reconcile the separation, forgive, release, and call that energy back to yourself so you can create something new. And it'll produce really cool things in your life. So I hope you enjoyed that. I sure enjoyed it yesterday. And again, just take it for checking. Ask your spirit to, we intellectualize as we hear the video. Ask Spirit to give you an experience of it, so you can really understand what that means for yourself. So love you. Have a good day.